Hello guys, welcome to Outros by Educational Center TOPjargan, where we help you to prepare for IELTS exam. I'm your host Miram, and let's start. Welcome to lesson 13, where we continue talking about speaking skills, in particular techniques, how to boost your score. So last lecture we talked about some techniques, how to structure and develop your answers, so-called RADS technique. And we had a look at some real examples from part 1, 2, and 3. Today, let's talk about vocabulary. And so here you can see that how we recommend and how we prepare and teach our students how to boost their vocabulary. So firstly, when we talk about vocabulary, about words and phrases we use, we have to think in two directions. So we have topics and specific topics. Common vocabulary, it's just like general, your level of English language. So there is no magic pill, you just have to learn and upgrade your general English knowledge and be able to use that knowledge you have. But when we talk about specific topics, this kind of words from particular areas like medicine, let's say sports, economics, engineering, etc. So when you think in these directions, actually, it helps to structure and use efficiently. Imagine you have two banks, like common words and specific words. And when you ask a particular question, you mix all of them and you get this feeling and you see kind of your answer, how it becomes richer and better. Okay, next one, we have four main categories when it comes to specific general vocabulary. It's collocations, linking phrases, phrasal verbs, and idioms. My preferable choice, collocations. I like teaching students collocations and stress special boosting collocations vocabulary. They are actually phrases and words which go together in the most common way. Okay, so it's quite hard because you have to just memorize a lot of information, but once you do, you feel so satisfied, you feel so confident that you can sound like a native speaker, and then you can talk in a long way, in a well-developed way on different topics. Linking phrases is very powerful tool because having some kind of quite limited efforts put in this kind of direction, you can get the maximum result and output. What it means that if you learn, let's say 15, 20 linking phrases like moreover, etc., hence, for example, and you use them, very important, use them in an efficient way, in a proper way, to the point, you will maximize your score. Next one, phrasal verbs. It's actually also a powerful tool to show your level of language, that you understand the subtle differences between, let's say, for example, look after, look for, look like, and so on. Idioms, not my favorite one, I would say, because in my real life, I don't talk and use idioms. So the reasonable question, why should I do it in English? Some people use idioms deliberately. They learn some idioms in English and add them to their speeches, but it's also very advised, again, do it to the point. Don't just randomly put idioms whenever you want, or just put idioms for the sake of putting them. Okay, and the overarching idea is the cross-sectional approach. You remember from our lectures on listening, on reading, on writing sections. Yeah, we learn some vocabulary in all the sections. Okay, don't waste this knowledge. Use the cross-sectional approach. Use the vocabulary you learn from, let's say, reading, in your listening, in your writing, in your speaking, and do it like all the way around, okay? That will maximize your like just preparation journey. Next one, let's talk about templates. Some people say it's not a good idea to learn like answers by heart and so on. I would say in some way this approach might help, especially when if you struggle with just building up your arguments, if you struggle how to structure logically your ideas, when to start, where to start, and when to finish. Okay, here's here we have some templates on how to structure your ideas. It's just very, very short examples. When we train and prepare our students, we give so many templates, we train them, so it will be on the back of your mind, and when you like talk unconsciously, you will use this or that, depending on which one is better for a particular question. Let's have a look. First one is like when you talk similar arguments, you can use linking phrases additionally, moreover, and so on. For example, do you like cats? Yes, because they are fun, and moreover, they make me happy. So you talk about similar idea too, okay? Next one is like opposite arguments, yeah? Do you like cats? On one hand, I love them because they make me happy, but on the other hand, they require so much time to look after them. So they make, from this point of view, they make me stressful, something like that. And cause and effect relationship, when you deliver ideas, your thoughts in the way that you have some reason and then consequences, okay? Reason and consequences. You use like hence, therefore, and so on. For example, do you like cats? Yes, I do them. They make me happy. That is why I have 4 of them, for example, okay? And then order. Just if you struggle to structure your ideas, the very simple, very powerful tool is just use order. Firstly, secondly, the first argument, another argument, and so on and so on. Okay, that's very useful technique. Okay, now let's talk about habits or speaking habits in general. We learn English language, right? We learn vocabulary, template, grammar, but do you remember from our very first lesson that we talked about English language skills and exam skills? It means like soft skills, your skills, how you talk, right? If I am a shy person and I'm not confident to talk to like stranger, I might have problems in like just English speaking as well. It's not a surprise, right? So that's why it's also important to like develop your speaking skills, your speaking habit in your native language. You have to be creative to some point because you can be asked any random question. Be creative. You are not judged for your ideas unless you speak kind of in a logical way, right? Just deliver your ideas and be reasonable, okay? Next skill, general skill you need is actual logic. So explain your logic, why you think this way, why you don't agree, why you agree, and so on. And of course, confidence, yeah? So you have to be confident in order not to stress a lot, because when you stress, you lose your focus, you start thinking about anything else, not the question you are asked. So be confident, you are on the same positions, that's your good friend, they ask you questions, you deliver answers, okay? And then you have the following logical chain. Ideas, think of ideas like, papam, I have this kind of answer for this particular question. Put in the template, okay, I'll talk about like in this way, and then fill this template in with some vocabulary and words and phrases, and you will get very beautiful, flourishing answer. That's my positive note. I would like to finish on this positive note, and thank you for joining us. I wish you all the best and good luck, and to see you soon. See you and goodbye.